Expressway again. Didn't they just repave it last summer? Jeez, so Pete, this delay is unacceptable. It'll set back our arrival time in Camp Shupaduparuru by at least 7.5 minutes. Unacceptable.
Calm down, dear. We just got on the highway.
Unacceptable.
Whoa, that's a fun color. Your eyes are glowing like an avatar.
Shut up! I don't want Mom to know.
Luella, not only can I hear you, but I can also see you in the rearview mirror taking all that makeup. What have I told you about wearing that much makeup?
That the only people that wear this much makeup are hookers and Aunt Susan.
That's right. Are you a hooker?
No.
Are you Aunt Susan?
Ew! Of course not.
That's right. That's good. So put that junk away.
There's no way we're sitting in this traffic all day. Hector, be a sport and climb into the back of the van and get your dad the old atlas. We're gonna navigate ourselves out of this unacceptable mess.
Honey, the last time you tried to navigate us out of a traffic jam, we ended up in Iowa.
Well, yeah, so?
We were trying to get to Michigan.
Well, maybe you were trying to get to Michigan, but I was trying to get to, this delay is unacceptable.
Why don't we just use Luella's phone for directions for a different route?
No, I don't trust Steve Jobs. He never wears a tie.
I don't really see how
For a businessman, that is unacceptable.
Okay, dear. We're just going to ignore your technophobia and use Luella's iPhone. Luella, can Mommy borrow your phone for a minute?
Not now, Mom. I'm busy.
You can finish your game of Words with Friends in a minute.
If this traffic doesn't let up, I'm about to play some 4-letter Words with Friends. Unacceptable.
I'm not playing a stupid word game. I'm texting Jason.
Is Jason that older boy from school?
Yes.
Luella, what have I told you about older boys?
Older boys only want one thing.
And what is that?
To play lots of video games.
And what have I said about boys who like to play a lot of video games?
They're dull, lazy, couch potato zombies who will not help you with the housework or advance beyond mid-level management.
And do you want your husband not to help you with the housework?
No.
And do you want your husband not to advance beyond mid-level management?
Ew, of course not. He has to at least make it to CFO or I divorce his ass.
That's right, darling.
And can't find the atlas.
Look in your father's emergency car kit next to Sparky's cage.
Mom, Sparky's cage is back here.
Well, of course it is, honey. We wouldn't just let the dog roam free on our 7-hour car trip.
Sparky's not back here either, Mom.
I thought you said you packed Sparky before we left.
I did.
He's not back here, Dad.
Well, then if you packed him, then where? Oh no, you didn't.
We needed lots of space in the van for our luggage.
You couldn't.
It'll be fine, it's fresh air.
Honey, did you Romney the dog? Sparky! Sparky!
Now, Daddy, that is unacceptable.
I am the commander of this family, and I get to say when and where I
Hey, guys! Are you sure Sparky's on the roof?
Yes, why?
Because this piece of luggage is moving.
She wouldn't.
She couldn't.
I'm gonna open it.
No!
Well, hey!
What are you doing here?
Well, I told you I wasn't gonna miss this trip, no matter what, skis. I thought you were supposed to stay in the home because of your medication. Oh, pish posh that rubbish, dearie. What do those people know? They're only